I think we can all agree that this is the worst One Piece manga cover. Luffy looks bland. Oars looks unsettling. The colors look very desaturated. This looks like a discount Freddy Fazbear jump scare. Wait, do you not agree? I just spent the last 22 years of my life analyzing every single One Piece manga cover, ranked them, sorted them into their own categories to find out which one is the worst and which one is the best. Enjoy. Let's start off with category number 1. Oh my god, my eyes are on fire. These are some of the worst manga covers One Piece has to offer. I really don't like the pink background on this one. And the photo of Luffy, it looks like he's staring into my soul. Am I the only one that thinks that this cover is really bland? And the PNG of Luffy, front and center, it just looks really out of place. This manga cover looks like my toilet bowl after I get food poisoning. Just a bunch of yellow everywhere with a big floating turd smack dab in the center of it. This one honestly is just a mess. I really don't understand the creative direction that they were going for with this one. This is a volume cover that had so much potential and I just don't think it delivered on it. Too much green. I mean, it's like almost there. Like I kind of like it, but it just feels like a lot. That was all the manga covers that I thought were straight up gross. Now let's move on to the next category. Okay. I think this is a very boring manga cover. Also, Luffy, why is one of your eyes closed? Open your goddamn eyes, man. We want to see you. Before you guys start commenting down below saying, well, actually, Oda had one of his eyes closed in the manga cover because it's foreshadowed. I do not care. It still doesn't look good. This manga cover is just really overcrowded. They try to do this really quirky thing with this manga cover where they have Luffy's hat be the cutoff between the top and the bottom images. Don't do this. I don't like it. Stop. Okay, so this manga cover is actually not that bad. I just don't like Wobble. I feel like this manga cover is trying to have so much aura, but it's just skibbity. This one's just a little too simple for my taste. This one's a weird one for me. I kind of like it just because it looks like Luffy is smoking an imaginary blunt. This is just a really crowded manga cover, but I do think that Zoro and Luffy look so freaking cool here, dude. I feel like when they were cooking up this manga cover, they had a really solid image of how they wanted this one to look. And then they just didn't do it. This one just looks like it had so much potential. Stop. Close your legs, Doflamingo. Nobody wants to see this. At least I don't. Stop trying to cram so many things into a manga cover. Look, I personally think there's a lot of really great ideas here for what this cover could have became. Why did you put all of the good ideas? Same thing for this manga cover. Have you ever heard of the term less is more? We got Buggy and Luffy. Look, I think this manga cover is almost there. I just think it's missing something. Click the subscribe button. Oh my god, that's so much better. So I really like when One Piece decides to use the white color for its manga covers because I think it just stands out really nicely on a show. But this one has to be the worst one because why do the samurai look like a discount version of the Blue Band group? This one just looks weird. This manga cover looks pretty nice. I like Luffy being front and center in the Gear 5 pose. It's iconic. I love how it looks. It's just everything around it and behind it. It just feels really messy. You might actually like this manga cover. Here's why you're wrong. They had access to using Kaido and Big Mom on the manga cover, and this is what they chose to do with it. It's not bad, but there's so much more potential here that they just didn't do. Welcome to our next category. These are the manga covers that are pretty swag. For real, for real. Oh my god, Luffy got them dogs out for free. I didn't like saying that. Maybe I'll cut that out. Jinbei and Luffy are just chilling, looking like best buddies. This one just really warms my heart. I really like how the baby blue background perfectly contrasts with Big Mom's bright pink outfit. It's just really pleasing to look at. This cover, in my opinion, is really crowded, but also kind of not. Surprisingly, we're able to easily identify each one of the characters, and Luffy just has a big smile on his face. It makes me really happy. The dark purple manga cover perfectly enhances the dramatic tone of Luffy and Sanji looking in two completely different directions. Why aren't they looking at each other? It's because they're split up. By who? By the ones in front of them. I like it. This cover just screams adventure, and I like adventure. Okay, look, this one just looks fun. It's fun. You can't tell me this doesn't look like fun. Do you notice the spiral effect on this one and how it's individually showing each one of the characters that are important in this section of the story, and it all leads up to Luffy and Law? Super creative, super cool way to show off all the characters. The blue background is just really mesmerizing to look at, and I feel like the layout of this cover is just, it's like a beautiful mess. This manga cover made me realize that whenever Luffy is sprinting at my direction, I tend to like the manga cover even more. That's why I like this one. I just love how chaotic the background is with Luffy front and center looking like he just came up with the greatest idea in the world. This is a perfect depiction of how the One Piece story goes. This manga cover is just riddled with a bunch of characters that are peak. It doesn't really do anything special with any of them, but my god, this is just so cool to see. The badass samurai poses breaking up the photo of the 4 emperors of the sea behind them. Dude, this looks so cool. The yellow background perfectly contrasts with Garp's blue outfit. I really like how it looks. And bonus point points for having Kobe on the cover. I'm a big Kobe fan. I like the fact that they chose to use a red background for this one because Sanji and Pudding are getting married. It's so adorable. Love is in the air. This cover just screams that Luffy is about to cook up the coolest shit ever in this manga volume. Spoiler alert, he actually doesn't, but it still looks pretty cool. I just think that the child version of Ace, Sabo, and Luffy, they're just really adorable. This one warms my heart a lot. This is actually quite a simple manga cover at first glance, but man, just seeing the 3 admirals and Luffy carrying the log, it just gets me so pumped, dude. Oh my god. Is that Soga King? The legendary sniper from Sniper Island? Dude. I'm pretty sure this is the first manga volume that showcases Kaido in his dragon form. When I was first reading through the story of One Piece and catching up, when I saw this volume cover, I was so excited to read it. Also, haha, funny face. Oh my god. This cover has aura. This manga cover has such a unique feel to it. It doesn't feel like we're reading One Piece anymore. That was complete BS. The real reason I put this here is because I like how Nami looks. The gang's all here. Dude, the gang's all here. Oh, bro, did I forget to mention? The gang is all here. Oh my god. Doflamingo in this manga cover looks like he's standing on business. He's sitting. He looks like he's sitting on, he looks cool. Luffy just activated Gear 2. I think the color and the background looks really nice, and the 2 giants standing above him, oh my god. Chef's kiss. This is another one of those manga covers that just screams adventure. I also really like how they use the sea train to divide up the cover into 2 different sections. Even though I don't like this arc and these characters, I can't help but appreciate this manga cover. We got Foxy and Afro Luffy ready to box. Dude, it looks sick. We got a weird cast of characters on this cover. I like how simple it looks. There's a really nice balance to the whole thing. It's just really easy to understand what's going on. This manga cover is really simple, maybe a bit too simple, but I really like how Ace is front and center on this one and how you can just see Luffy suffering in the background. 2 words, peak backstory. I think this is the first manga cover where we see Luffy super serious, which is so cool, but also at the same time, he looks really stupid. Also, it's a nice touch having Arlong towering above him. You cannot tell me that this volume cover is not adorable. Seeing Sanji, Luffy, and Chopper sitting down on the ground in front of this little book. Oh my god, it's so awesome. Definitely a chaotic mess of a manga cover for sure, but I really like the added detail of the Vivre card outline where it shows Ace's face. That's so cool. Satisfying symmetry. That's what encapsulates this manga cover. I just love how it looks. I think the coolest part about this manga cover is the fact that we didn't know it at the time, but this is the first manga cover we get with all the Straw Hats. Unless Vivi ends up joining the crew in like one of the later arcs, then this won't be the case with this one anymore, but still, oh my god, this is so cool. Dude, I just really like how Gear 5 looks. Keep putting it in front of all the manga covers. I got 3 letters for you. CP9. Wait. This manga cover makes it look like the Thriller Bark arc is going to be so much fun, and I just love seeing Luffy front and center in the knight armor. He looks so cool. This is just the perfect encapsulation of what's happening in this arc. Everybody in the background is fighting desperately, just trying to make sure that their friend Vivi can smile. I really like the positioning of all the characters in this manga cover, especially Usopp. What is this dude pondering about? Dressrosa is a cluttered mess of an arc. I think we can all agree on that. The amount of characters that get introduced, frankly, it was too many. It was very ambitious, and Oda, he surprisingly handled it pretty well, just like this manga cover. There is a lot going on here, but honestly, it perfectly encapsulates exactly what Dressrosa was as a whole, and shows how much fun it is with Luffy and the gang in the bottom corner just running, having a good old time. I like it. I like red. That's really it. That's my favorite color. There's no other reason. Luffy is hyped to fight Enel and win. I love the positioning of these 2 characters on the manga cover, and the yellow background is also a nice addition to the whole thing. This manga cover just absolutely warms my heart. Nami just sitting there happy, thinking about her new friends. Oh my god, how could you just not like it? Dude, this manga cover is so hype, especially with Monster Point Chopper in the background. Makes it so much cooler. I really like the creative direction that they took with this manga cover. I think it does a really effective job in showing off the 5 different factions that are participating in this Alabasta arc. Why is the duck here though? It was like almost perfect. This manga cover is just the early days of One Piece at its finest. It's awesome. This manga cover is actually super creative. I love seeing how Caesar Clown's smoke is engulfing the rest of the characters up. Now those are pretty awesome, but let's move on to the next category because, oh my god, Oda, I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game. This manga cover is a showcase of the Reverie arc. It is simple and very effective, but then look at this. It is just like the manga cover we just saw, except it's like done a little bit differently. Luffy in this arc punches a mirror, and they use the mirror fragments as a way to show showcase all the characters. Okay, maybe there's some recency bias here, but I don't care. Seeing Kuma happy with Bonnie hugging him is so freaking adorable, dude. And also all the other characters that do the Nika dance. This is so sick. This volume is just brewing with adventure, with the Straw Hats looking like they're about to embark on their greatest journey yet. This manga cover has always bothered me. I still to this day don't really know why I like it so much. Frankly, I just love how it looks. Doflamingo's malicious head being in the background. We see the newspaper articles of the other Worst Generation members. And I love how the yellow contrasts perfectly with Luffy's jacket. We got Garp, we got Shanks, we got Luffy, we got Ace, we got Blackbeard. We not only get a showcase of really cool characters, but the positioning of the whole thing is just awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, define aura. This one, this right here, this. Okay, dude, come on. It's Usopp and Luffy fighting. How could you not like this manga cover? This manga cover looks like it should be the poster of a spy movie. It just looks so dramatic, especially with Nico Robin being in the front, just doing one of these. The Straw Hats have landed on Skypiea, and dude, just from this manga cover, you could tell that this arc is going to be a lot of fun. It's not, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. And oh my god, Chopper looks so adorable in the corner. Super simple manga cover, and honestly, what else do you really need? I like the characters that they chose for the cover, and the Cherry Blossom Jolly Roger flag in the background just pulls the whole thing together. The Straw Hats just look super badass. For some reason, in the early days of One Piece, we would get these kind of manga covers where it wouldn't really relate to the stories. It would just be a showcase of the characters and cool outfits. I miss this. Do more of this. This manga cover is another one that makes me smile. It isn't just a collage of heads like on the other manga covers, but rather an encapsulation of moments in the story. This right here is the future king of the pirates, and right next to him is the future world's greatest swordsman. At this point in the story, they're nowhere close to achieving their dreams, but just the fact that we get a little bit of a glimpse at what they could look like when they do it, it's so sick. This is the beginning of the Wano arc. All the Straw Hats are here, and they're in their samurai outfits. Yes. I just love the whole vibe of this cover, especially because it's like in the sky. Speaking of, this is another one of those manga covers that perfectly encapsulates what One Piece is. The Straw Hats are on the Going Merry, and the Going Merry is just in the middle of the sky. Everybody is having a grand old time. The adventure is just so wild. This is One Piece. This manga cover is pretty creative because of the callback that it's trying to make. Oh, do you not know what it's trying to reference? Boom. In my opinion, the most iconic volume of One Piece, obviously. It's volume 1. Everybody's seen this. And it's at the top of the I wasn't familiar with your game category, which is also now complete. Now we're gonna move on to our final category. This is the best of the best. These are the manga covers that I'm like, oh my god. Oda, you're the GOAT. Welcome to the Goda category. This is hands down the greatest manga cover in the Marineford arc. It's simple, effective, and it's a white manga cover. So bonus points. Out of all the ways they could have made Luffy appear on this manga cover, it is kind of crazy that they chose to have him pop out right here. Oda, what were you doing with this? So much color and so much wonder. Big Mom and Luffy's poses are a huge standout for me. I think this manga cover looks so good. This is another one of those manga covers where Luffy is running at the reader, and I think it's the best version of that. Everybody behind Luffy is freaking out, and rightfully so. They're literally on an island with a zombie infestation, and Luffy is having the time of his life. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got a 2-for-1. This right here is a package deal. Yeah, I'm not separating these two manga covers. These come together. I love the fact that they did this. Now, I know that there's other manga volumes that we've already covered that do something sort of similar, but this one actually makes the most sense when you connect the volumes together. It's really fun, really cool, really creative. More manga covers should do this. Not only does this manga cover look super good, but I love the creative inspiration that it draws from. This right here is a pretty standard manga cover. There's nothing really that special about it when you first look at it. Except this volume cover was the depiction of the future 4 emperors of the sea. Oda, you are such a goat. Is this goat on this cover for that reason? Is that you? This is the first volume cover showcasing the Egghead Island arc, and I just think it looks like so much fun. I love all of their futuristic outfits, the fact that it's in the sky. Egghead is such a great arc, and it has an amazing first manga cover to back it up. The image of Luffy charging up the Red Hawk alone brings this to the Goda spot. This is the coolest Luffy pose we have seen in any of the manga covers. But this volume is also enhanced by the fact that the background looks pretty sick too. This is the first manga cover with Gear 5 being showcased. It is so sick. I love the fact that they chose to put Luffy in front of the moon. Also, we got Kaido, Kid, and Law. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't think you understand how excited I was when I found out that volumes 99, 100, and 101 were gonna be released like this. Seeing stuff like this makes my day. Genuinely, dude, they got to start doing this more often. This is the most random One Piece manga cover ever. It literally has nothing to do with the story. It's just a showcase of the characters in the most suave outfits ever. I love how it looks, especially Usopp in the background. Oh my god. Damn, bro. Now, I know I said earlier in this video that there were other manga covers that perfectly encapsulates what One Piece is as a story, but that was a lie. Well, it wasn't really a lie. But in my eyes, nothing beats out encapsulating what One Piece is as a series than this volume cover. And I also think this is enhanced by the fact that this is one of the first couple of volumes that was released, seeing the first 5 Straw Hats running for their lives, this newly formed pirate crew as treasure is flying all around them and their adventure is about to begin. This is my favorite One Piece manga cover. This is the best one. Go tell me I'm wrong in the comments below, subscribe, and go watch my other videos.